we're live, trip dingers, dinglings of all ages. Welcome to the Ding 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 podcast. That's right, everybody. And Trey's doing the Joe Henry.
I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it was slow.
I did that shit to my boss walking out of the bathroom today.
Were you still on the pot?
No, I was walking out. I hope I wasn't shitting and walking. That'd be sketchy.
That'd be kind of weird to explain.
At our age, it happens.
He's not wrong.
All right, so we are live on YouTube, right?
Yeah, we're live on YouTube. We're live on X.
Okay.
So
we don't talk about smortions.
Yes.
And we say unalived.
You know, those AIs are actually getting really they're looking up like what do you call it? The keywords that means other things.
The code words.
The code words.
It's gonna get to the point where at the beginning of each episode we're gonna have to be like, all right, for this episode, anytime I say the word mineral, I'm talking about schmuishmide.
Yeah.
You know, if I say water, I'm talking about, I don't know, whatever, you know.
Yeah. Or I go the guy was taste testing guns.
I like that one.
Well, hey man, the guy went for a Glock haircut.
Yeah, that one too.
Went for a what?
A Glock haircut.
A Glock haircut. Damn it.
That was a good one. It's almost as good as someone going up to me and they're like, "Your mom is so ugly, she's blah blah blah." I'll use a Ouija board to go tell her that. What? Oh yeah. My mom killed herself a couple of years back. What?
Dude, they got all kind of shirts like that on TikTok. I sent them to my wife and her friend, who he also has a dead dad. I sent it to them every time I see one. It was like, oh, especially around Father's Day. It was hilarious. It was like, I can't wait till Dad hears about this, and then it's got a picture of a Ouija board underneath it. And...
It's like that one buddy we have. We call him Simba, and we call him Simba because his uncle took his dad out.
Oh man. So how was Father's Day for you guys?
Mine was good, man. I spent the weekend in Louisiana with my kiddos. Yeah, just pretty chill. We didn't do too much. Vanessa and I kind of went hard the weekend before in Port A for our anniversary. So
no way, y'all went hard. No way.
No drinking or anything. Just like,
well, I know. No, I saw
physically.
the pictures. Y'all were sunburned like a mother.
Dude, we didn't stop.
Fishing and having a good old time.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny that you didn't drink or anything, but you still tore up your bodies.
What did you just say? At our age,
no, they more efficiently.
Yeah,
not drinking just means that my body more efficiently got rid of calories.
Man's not wrong.
Yeah, you're totally right on that one.
So,
no, I ended up texting my dad. I was like, "Hey, happy Father's Day." He's like, "Oh, thank you. So happy that you remembered me." I was like, "Yeah, well, the man passed away last week, so you're next in line."
It's the end.
Dude, those things are no joke. I fill those up. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Go
okay.
say hi to Fred.
Hey, Fred. You put them in a Stanley cup, Stanley thermos. That's.
Yeah, that was his. He was a trucker, and that was the thermos that he had on the road with him for my entire life. And I told him when he died that I was putting my third in that thing, and there he is.
Yeah.
So if you drink coffee at my house, make sure it's from the pour over.
That's true.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, yeah. So we're a wrestling podcast, right? Oh, we got to talk wrestling. We're gonna start doing it to where we're just talking a little bit of wrestling. Yeah, but we're gonna have
wrestling focused.
It would be wrestling focused, but we're still gonna talk wrestling and everything. But we're just gonna have conversations like we did with the first couple of minutes. But so SmackDown happened, and that was weird. The women's matchup, a lot of people were upset about that one, only because how Liv Morgan, or not Liv Morgan, but Alyssa Bliss, how she won the match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pulling up results for the entire card right now, but speaking of Liv, what about that shoulder injury?
Dude.
yeah. I had
Not even like 3-4 minutes into the match. And
No?
I was telling Dave, dude, that's a simple front bump. That's one
Yeah.
of the very first bumps you learn how to take.
Yeah.
And it's just, but a freak accident just happened that way.
Yeah,
her shoulder just busted out of place, like out of socket. They said she's gonna be down 6 weeks.
Yeah.
No, they're saying if it's not a severe dislocation, 16 weeks.
Oh shit! Okay, I might have
yeah,
misunderstood.
she lasted. Well, she didn't last as long as Aaron Rodgers. That's what's surprising.
Yeah, and the thing about it was like Kyrie Zane was like catching all types of hate like online, and
Not her fault.
Yeah,
No.
it wasn't, dude. Dude, a simple spot, simple bump.
Yeah,
Then Rhea Ripley came out and was all like, "Look, wasn't her fault. This thing's happened."
Oh, Rhea's Twitter
dude,
was.
she broke kayfabe. She didn't give she didn't care, dude.
Yeah,
she was
Rhea's
like,
Twitter
no,
was nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, like it was just crazy, dude, how all that went down.
Yeah, I watched that like 4 or 5 times to figure out what happened, and I saw that when she went down, she caught herself, but her elbow caught like
It
real.
looked like
raw.
her elbow kind of bit when she hit the mat, and it like just pushed her shoulder back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened, and I was like, "Oh, I've been there. Yeah, that fucking sucks."
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that ain't
just I like I said, one of the simplest, one of the very basic bumps, and at the end of the day, it happens. It happens. Like people are like, "Oh, it was because of this," and no, it wasn't because of this and that. It wasn't because of anything like that. She took a front bump. She tried, as you do when you come down, you protect yourself, and she jarred her shit, and that was it.
Yeah,
Hey, I mean, even though I don't like her, like I'm not a fan of hers, I don't want to see anybody get hurt for real. You know, that shit sucks.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Like,
and we talk about this in so much that wrestling is a contact sport and things happen. I mean, what was it? The no, it wasn't the Royal Rumble. It was something else, and one of the wrestlers got hit in the face with a 360, and it was
Oh yeah.
freaking after the fact that her nose was like obviously broke because she was bleeding.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. For some reason, like it doesn't happen. At least the last couple of times that I've seen, it doesn't happen on botches. It happens on like clean moves and just freak shit. You know?
Yeah.
Like if anybody should have been hurt on a botch, Chad Gable should have been dead 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
When they scorpioned him, dude. Oh my god.
That move. Okay, I understand that they want to do, because I rewatched that and what they were doing and everything. They need to stop like trying to. I know you have to up the ante and everything, because they had one person was on Penta's back and Chad Gable was there, and they tried to do like a weird move, and Chad Gable almost paid the price of that.
Dude, like everything came down dead on his neck. But and honestly, like if this was like it was back in the day, I think they would have banned. They would have banned stuff like that, and like we wouldn't be far from seeing moves like the Mexican Destroyer band.
Yeah,
dude, that shit is dangerous.
you have to remember, like that move was that. Well, you got to remember, like it was Canadian Destroyer. It was banned for a good while. It was banned for a little bit. It was banned probably up until about.
I never saw anybody do it in WWE until Penta did.
Adam Cole did it.
No shit.
Yeah. Adam Cole did it, man.
I had no idea.
And then it got banned for a couple of years, and then they brought it because they was still considered like a power driver.
Yeah.
And so, but then they were like, well, whatever, we're gonna release the band on it, this and that. It's just botches happen. This wasn't a botch.
No.
But like you said, yeah, a lot of injuries happen like on legit stuff, like legit, just like, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm doing that, and boom, like who was it, Pac or Neville when he wrestled Jericho and went for the baseball slide, broke his ankle. Broke.
Why?
So, like,
how? Why'd you do that?
No, Maven was talking about his big botch. It wasn't a botch. It was just he was doing a slide and he jumped up and he broke his leg.
No, yeah, he did the same thing Neville did. He did the baseball slide under the person, and he broke his ankle too.
That's just so crazy, dude.
You just,
yeah.
I mean, it happens, man. And like I said, it sucks. You don't want to see someone really hurt. So
yeah.
But the rest of the card was really good. You know, Asuka winning the women's qualifier.
Asuka's back.
Yeah,
Asuka's back. That main event was just,
yes. That main event was awesome. The men's 4-way
that turned into like a 30-way. Everyone started coming out.
It wasn't back in the day type thing to where every wrestler came out of the locker room, but it was still nice to see. I mean, what Penta was there, Broad Breaker was there, Cody Rhodes ended up showing up, Sami Zayn. I mean, the whole thing was just it was good entertainment. If you missed that last part of Raw last night, you just
go back and watch it.
Yeah,
and now we have this story among stories match next Monday. Now we have Jay versus Cody.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. I thought that was for SmackDown.
Is it SmackDown?
Oh, I'm looking it up right now.
No, it's next Raw, right? I thought that's what it said. Yeah, I'll definitely look it up.
What about that match that was announced for Saturday night main event?
Man.
Oh yeah,
Gunther versus Oldberg.
Here's the thing. I get it. They started that storyline. It kind of, or tried to start that storyline. Things happened. They're trying to rehash it and do that. And I get it. The crowd popped. It was good.
How much you want to bet?
It's Goldberg's
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet Taker's in Gunther's DMs? Like, hey, dude, fucking be careful with that guy.
Right.
I'm more likely. The thing about it is that it's Goldberg's last match, and if by some chance he wins the strap, right? Let's say he beats Gunther, right, for the belt. Like me and Matt Cap were talking, that'd be the perfect time for Seth Rollins to cash it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, okay? This is what's kind of like upsetting with that whole the Money in the Bank stuff is Seth Rollins keeps on screaming out that he's gonna cash it in for the heavyweight belt. You gotta watch out. Nobody, except for like the old people from back in the day, are going after the undisputed belt. It was Randy Orton, R-Truth. Now it's CM Punk.
Well, it's like the old guard.
Yeah,
you know, the people whose name are in that lineage of that belt.
yeah.
So Seth Rollins is not going for it because then that brings that belt to Raw. Now you have two. You have the undisputed and then the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw.
Yeah, I guess.
So that's why he's going for the world heavyweight, which
I just don't like that kind of storyline where, I mean, if you have the undisputed belt, you should be on both Raw and SmackDown.
We'll see.
It's-
That's when they had one belt. They did that back in the day, where if you were a champion, whether it was the world, the intercontinental, the tag team, the women's, if you were a champion, because they didn't have all these belts back in the day, but if you were like if you were a champion, you could wrestle on both brands.
Well, they had
to me, that's the way it should be.
Yeah. Well, they had it for a while. Like it was the SmackDown tag team champions.
I think that's stupid.
And the Raw tag team champions, and then they had the Raw belt and the SmackDown belt.
And
I agree. It was kind of ridiculous because you're basically saying that there's like this is one company, but they're two separate companies.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is that they're not. Even though, the guys and girls are on the road 300 days a year, maybe a little less now. But back then, okay, so let's say now you have to defend the belt on Raw. Wait a couple days, now you got to defend the belt on SmackDown. Now you have to defend it on the PLEs. So it's kind of like they're trying to save the burnout. That's like, okay, this brand has these belts, this brand has these belts. Here's the, you have the Intercontinental. Okay, well, hey, you have the US, or you have this, you have that.
But
it's all about longevity.
To me, it would work better if it was like structured like this. So like you've got all your champs, right? And your contenders. Those guys need to be on both shows. As far as having rosters, like I'm not opposed to having a SmackDown roster and a Raw roster. But those champs need to bounce back and forth between them, and one, you're spreading the product around more. You're spreading the championship more around the product. It gets each belt, each guy gets more exposure, which ultimately just sells more t-shirts. But it allows you to build those storylines where it's not the same old people, dude. Like how many pay-per-views have we seen freaking, what was it, McIntyre and Sheamus?
Yeah.
Like let's get a new story, dude. Let's get something else going. I just anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my 2 cents on it. I'd just like to see him bring, have the champions, maybe, you do work a little bit more, but those champions are making more too.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they just do anything that's on TV nowadays. They don't do like road shows.
Well,
That was
there he
weird.
goes.
Yeah,
we got him back.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. I'm looking at all the shows for tickets and everything to buy. There is no like there's going to be a house show in like Abilene or some Podunk town, Lubbock or something like that.
So
they're all like it's Raw, SmackDown, or the
PLE.
PLE.
Yeah. Thank you, because I'm just going to call it pay-per-views.
Yeah, no, I'm so used to calling the pay-per-views. Like, I get it's a premium live event. You don't have to pay to watch them unless you have like Peacock or internationally Netflix. Totally get that. Cool. It's always gonna be pay-per-view to me.
The same, dude. I will say PLE is a lot better than premium live event.
Yeah, I'll just stick with PLE if I do mention it, because I'm not gonna be like, oh, the premium live. No, it's a PLE, dog. Just plain simple. Raw, but like I said, Raw went off the air really good. It was a really, really, like I said, other than the couple mishaps here and there, really done really well. We got Bayley now versus Becky.
Yeah.
I love Bayley, dude. That's my girl. I love Becky.
Thing about it is that like that right there is going to be that's a story as old as, and I'm not saying old in a bad way, but that's a story as like Cena and Punk, the history, the bravado of the match, the win loss, the whole building up to it. That's what this is.
Yeah. All right. So who goes over?
Man, Bailey.
I think so.
I'm hoping Bailey. Okay, here's another thing that I was looking at and it's kind of weird about. And I just while you guys were talking, I checked it out. The 6 Feet Under podcast is no more.
It's moved over, I believe, to the WWE podcast
WWE.
network.
Yeah. Okay. The original was 6 Feet Under with Mark Calvin. The new one is 6 Feet Under with Undertaker, and they got rid of what's his name?
I'm not
what's
mad
his
at
nuts?
that. Matt.
I like them.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, now they got Michelle McCool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, winning. I'm sorry for the guys at Nine Line, but I mean, it's definitely better with Michelle, I think.
I'm totally not agreeing with that.
I
loved them because it was banter. It was fun banter. It literally was like people just talking shit.
I'm on the fence. I got to see the first episode.
I don't know when they're gonna do it, but
I think they just dropped an episode.
No,
actually.
they dropped it. Yeah.
Oh, did they? Okay, I'll listen to
I
it
got to see
tomorrow.
it because I'm on the fence about it. Like I want to see how the flow is, how the chemistry, like how they, what's changed, stuff like that.
Okay, here's one thing that I know definitely changed on it, and I'm happy for, is the fact that it's one episode and not 2 episodes in the Apple Podcast.
Thank God.
Yeah, it was. You had to watch the full episode on YouTube, but when it was on Apple, it was split up.
Yeah, same thing on Spotify. It was 2. It was 2 episodes. Like it was always a 2-parter.
Yeah, which was ridiculous.
I think they were doing that for revenue, though.
Well, yeah, you can do that. I will never do that only because I understand you want the constant. If you listen to our podcast and you're you're listening on Spotify or wherever, YouTube, I like people using Spotify or Apple once we can get that going, because you can, after you're done with this episode, you already have another one that you're going up to. You already have it queued. So I'm fully on with that. But it's looking like WWE is making more podcasts, the Stephanie podcast, which is actually pretty good. It's decent.
The stuff, and it's short, not in the sense of like oh, thank you. No, but it's just enough to where it's like, okay, tells a story, does the interview. All right, cool. It got through it. Like that was great. Yeah, I really do like Stephanie's podcast. I do like Cody's podcast. The what you want to talk about? Stephanie's Places. Thank you. That's what it's called. Stephanie's Places.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. My bad.
No, Stephanie has a podcast as well now.
Yeah. So, what's your story? Is her podcast?
What's your stories or podcast? Stephanie's Places is the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. And then, like I said, you have Cody's, who he just did Damian Priest, and they have some fun, wild stories on that one. That was a good one.
So much fucking content out there, dude. It's hard to consume it. Like,
yeah,
it's hard to watch. Like, if you tried to watch it all, you couldn't have a job.
No. I mean, you have to do like special interest and everything. Yeah, literally. I mean, yes, we're going into the my main things is like sports, political stuff, and us talking and everything, but also, wrestling, because Trey wanted to do a podcast, and I was like, we'll figure it out. And give me 1 second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I had some really good ribs, and they're coming through.
All righty then.
All right, so for those of you just tuning in, David had to step away because he's coming out of the closet to his parents.
We already knew, the whole world knew on YouTube, but apparently parents don't watch YouTube, so
it's basically a formality at this point. Just I think for insurance purposes.
The shoulder surgery, it's a cover up. He's transitioning.
Yeah, what it was a botch. They meant to do bottom surgery, and they accidentally put a vagina on his shoulder.
Great. Talk about a suck
So-
ass shoulder, man. Fuck.
It's like a sucking chest wound.
Oh. So let's see here. What I caught, and it was funny, was I liked how Xavier Woods was dressed exactly like Dave Chappelle when he was doing his pimp. What is the name? Silky Johnston.
Yes.
Silky Johnson.
Silky.
Yeah. I saw that and I was all like, "Damn, I know Dave Chappelle's just rolling his ass off right now, laughing." Like,
Yeah, because Chappelle's a Raw fan, huh?
yeah.
Like, he's a WWE fan, so I'm sure if he didn't see it, somebody sent it to him.
I was saying, like, "Hey, was that you?" And you're like, "What the? What the?" So Raw had that. There was just good matches, some real good promos being cut. I like how they're trying to rekindle the whole Rusev Sheamus angle or the feud, I guess you want to call it.
I'm not feeling Rusev, dude.
Dude, he's jacked, son. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but Rusev like came back with the mindset. He's not this chubby like fucking guy. Like, he's jacked. They're actually letting him speak more with his promos, which are really good. Like, the promos themselves are just they're vague but articulate. And I know that's an oxymoron, but they're just really good. His whole demeanor, I just really like it. I also like how they're sort of incorporating Akira Tozawa, as anytime someone goes against Rusev, he goes up to him, kick his ass, because I mean, legitimately, Akira Tozawa could kick Rusev's ass.
Yeah.
Legitimately, Akira Tozawa could out wrestle Rusev, but they have him doing this gimmick where, hey, he's got a contract, he's making merch money, he's on TV. What more could you want, right?
Dude, when I told Vanessa last night, I was like, I'm sitting there watching Gunther and Goldberg in the ring, and they're facing off, and I'm like, damn, dude, I've never seen Goldberg look like small next to anybody except for fucking Big Sexy.
Yeah, dude, Gunther's just looking at him.
How tall is Gunther?
Gunther's like 6'4", 6'5".
Damn, I thought Goldberg was bigger than that.
No, Goldberg's like 6'2", 6'3".
What'd your parents say, Dave?
What?
Are they good with
What'd
it?
your parents say? Were they cool?
I don't know, but a piece of my soul just left me.
Funny you should mention that. That's what we were telling the crowd. Was
We're telling
that you had went ahead and finally had it removed, and okay, I just long as you're good with it.
Sure.
Yeah. So
my takeaway from
So
the Goldberg.
Gunther's big as fuck, dude.
What'd you say?
Huh?
Yeah, he's talking.
Gunther?
I think so too. I don't think he's gonna.
With Gunther, it's another thing. Like, dude, this is pointless. They're just fun and shit to do with him until his contract's up.
Yeah. When is his contract up, anyways?
I think he just resigned.
Did he?
Think so. You can look it up, but I'm pretty sure he just resigned.
I'm looking it up right now.
My only takeaway from that promo was how Gunther, like, he started backing up. He kind of looked scared or nervous, and I'm all like, dude, you're Gunther. You're Gunther. You're talking all that hot shit in Georgia in October, but now, like, you got in your face and he yelled, and it's all like, no, man, like, I get it. You're selling the story. You're selling the gimmick. I get that.
He signed at the end of 2024.
Yeah, that's what
it says for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, Gunther's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, he was one of the ones that wiped his social media of all WWE stuff and all that. Like, the only posts he had up were posts about his wife and shit.
Yeah, The Miz.
Maybe. Well, we understand The Miz. because he has a new job.
Oh yeah,
But
I mean,
I was listening to Van Vliet's podcast today, and he says that he confirmed with R-Truth that it was legit. It wasn't a work. Like he really
oh
was
yeah,
let go.
no,
So-
yeah. We talked about that, and like it's always like, have you noticed like when R-Truth goes to social media, like his shit's like 100% real. Like he doesn't try to work anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right after Triple H's comments, after what was it, Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
Like you enjoying the show or whatever.
And like after Triple H made those comments, R-Truth got on there, was like, no work. And then his son went on, was like, how dare you disrespect my dad? You know it wasn't a work. You know this. And I was like, oh, right. What was it? Was it? Because people didn't know. Like the locker room themselves just felt like they had lost someone so near and dear. Like when you talk to some of the guys and girls in the locker room, they were just like, dude, like no one had not one bad
They
thing.
wouldn't allow people
Yeah.
wearing their R-Truth shirts. to
Yeah.
support.
Yeah.
Like anything.
And Chris said one of the things that I said about that when you're cutting somebody, it doesn't like you don't play that story into it. You know what I mean? Like you don't legitimately cut other people and then write R-Truth being cut into it. So he said the same thing, and that's how I felt about it all along. I never did think it was a work. I thought it was shoot from the beginning.
Like when his X dropped, when he dropped it on X, I was just like, wait, what? You were just involved in one of the hugest storylines of the year.
Yeah.
Like, but then again, they were doing it to other people too.
And supposedly he knew about it for a while. They just couldn't come to terms because what CVV was saying was that John Cena had heard about Truth being released and asked to work that angle with him, for his last match. And then the crowd exploded and Truth's back a week and a half later.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, not that contract that Truth's on, the monetary amount hasn't been released, but it's basically like almost like a Legends contract that he has. But this is it. Like this is his last hurrah. It's like he's retiring after this contract.
He's literally signed this contract for us.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things that's like, whoa.
That was the match for SmackDown. I forgot. It's John Cena and R-Truth.
Yeah. I loved how they finally brought back Karrion Kross back on TV.
What are they doing? What are they doing with him?
Dude, mismanaging.
Pissing off fans. They're pissing everybody off. There's a lot of people saying that he's gonna be the mystery guy at King of the Ring.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumble about that. A lot of people are pissed off with Triple H and Shawn Michaels right now because Mr. Iguana is not going to do any time at NXT. He's going straight to the main roster.
That's a stupid fucking gimmick, dude. I hate it.
I'm sorry,
it's
bro.
Fucking
That
retarded.
It
is
pops.
I know, but it is the most retarded fucking backyard. It's as bad as Gain or cocaine, dude. It's that bad.
It couldn't be any worse.
I know
it couldn't
pops.
be any worse. It couldn't be any worse than when they had Eugene.
Hey,
I fucking loved Eugene, dude.
A guy who played someone with mental retardation. Nick Densmore is probably one of the most intellectual, funny motherfuckers out. Dude, I've got to spend locker rooms with him, bullshit with him, fucking have a beer with him. Like, he is so fucking smart. And then he goes on TV.
That was the greatest character. That was one of the greatest characters because he knew all the moves and knew how to do them, and it was his stick. But he was like special needs.
And the thing about it is just like, like I said, agree to disagree, bro. Like, dude, the character is so. It's just. dude.
I was not mad at it.
And I've been watching him since Tripla, dude. So I mean, like whenever since he burst on the scene Tripla, so you know, like this dude's always been gold. Let's see here. WWE said they're not gonna, even though they're waiting for Alberto Del Rio to finish out his contract with Tripla, and they're not re-signing him. Let's see here. Matt Cardona has tried. He said he's tried to reach out to Triple H and Shawn Michaels and Nick Khan several times to come back because Matt Cardona is so fucking over. Like, it's not even funny. But
what's going on with TNT? Or I'm sorry, with TNA.
Nothing really. It's kind of a slow business day over there still. Hey, John Moxley's getting sued.
For what?
Dude. Yeah, dude, he's getting sued, man. I came out a couple days ago. Hold on. He's getting sued by some dude who doesn't work for AEW, but he's contracted through him for like negligence, battery, assault. It was the match. It was a match with Moxley and Kenny Omega, and that Moxley pushed him out of the way, like get the fuck out of my way, like how Shawn Michaels used to do to the camera guys back in the day. Okay, well, he did that to him, right? He said it was unexpectedly, and that he needed this dude said he needed surgical fusion surgery, shoulder surgery, and treatment for other unspecified injuries.
Pressure washing the sand out of his vaginal crevice.
Probably. Yeah, he said it occurred like in 2023. And it was during a cage match. It's when Moxley went outside the cage to grab a screwdriver, right, to use on Omega. And when he went out there, he shoved this dude out of the way, like, get the fuck, I gotta fucking do my thing. And now the dude's like, a civil assault, battery, alleged deviating from the script, negligent. Dude, it's all kinds of shit. He's suing AEW. He's suing Turner, I think the station they're on, one of that station they're on. And John Moxley has been named in that lawsuit.
Wow.
So it's like, wait, what? Like,
well, dude, people show up at those events hoping that happens to them. Yeah. Like they pay for those seats hoping that kind of shit happens.
Someone fucking throws something at them, or they get hit by a ref or a wrestler.
Yeah, like I'm hoping they spill over. Dude, when I go to your shows and I'm sitting in the first or second row, I'm hoping shit comes in, you know? Like that's just part of the fucking show. It's awesome.
Yeah, but this dude, like, I don't know what the amount is yet, I couldn't see what the amount is, but dude, right now it's just yeah, dude, that lawsuit came out like a couple of days ago.
Baby bag bitch.
So we'll see what happens, man. Yeah, the guys I can't. I'm not even gonna fucking put his name out there, but it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, cool, we're doing this. So, yeah, there's that's going on over there. AEW, of course, doing their 4-hour shows again, and that's 4 hours, not including their pre-show. So, yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens.
Well, since that Trey's gone. Anyways, what's the YouTube channel that you posted up? What's the deal with that?
So, there is a YouTuber out there called it's CJads, CJADS, and she does like these. People send her like scary videos to watch so she can react to them, or scary TikToks, and like she's everywhere. Like she's legitimately like screaming. Some of it you can tell is played up, and some of it's like her natural reaction where she's all like, "Oh fuck," right? Well, we had a get together back in 2020, and certain incidents happened at their get together, like, and so Candy wrote a story about it, and she sent it off to this young lady. Well, apparently this young lady picked it up because she even says like, I started reading this story and I had to send it to myself because this story got interesting real fucking quick.
Really?
And so, yeah, dude. So, she read the story online, and then like she was reaching out on her video, like, can you reach out to me? I need to know how you're doing. I get it was in 2025. How are you? Like, are you okay? You're not like in a mental institution right now, or anything like that, dude. So, yeah, dude. So that video came out. Candy was like over the fucking moon about it. Like, I was at work. She's like, my story. And I'm all like,
I just woke up too.
I was all like, I'm trying to put together this terminal board. What's up? And like, CJ's read my story on the air. I'm all like, oh shit, okay. So yeah, the link that I sent, yeah, that's the link to. It's the very first story.
And it's also in the link to the description of the show. So just click on it, give it a view. Yeah,
yeah, blow it up.
Triple Figure sent you.
Yeah. What's really funny because I was. This is just production notes and everything, but I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with StreamYard. One, it was hacked. There's like several things hacked like last Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, StreamYard.
Yay.
I was trying to get all our shows back onto Spotify, and I couldn't download anything because the site was down. It was last Thursday. It was Thursday. But yeah, apparently lots of places were getting hacked. And now looking at the descriptions and everything, I was looking at the descriptions of Angry Mood Production and Ding 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 podcast. There's a description of StreamYard telling people to, hey, get on StreamYard if you want blah blah blah. I'm like, you don't get free advertisement. I pay for this shit. No, I'm being serious.
Bitches.
If I pay for it, you cannot do that. I understand we're using your stuff and everything, but yeah, I have to go through all the lives from Where's the Ref, and I got to delete all the descriptions, which I'm doing now, which is not that hard. But yeah, they're
bitches.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, right now the Tripla they're kind of mad with WWE right now. So they feel like their champions aren't getting enough exposure on WWE TV, which I'd be kind of mad too. I'm like, hey, I get you acquired the company, but like, we have great wrestlers too. Like, we have good wrestlers, like, really do.
Well, I think what they were saying is Mr. Iguana is going to WWE.
Yeah, he's going. They're thinking about bringing Octagon Jr., Aerostar. There's like a good like 7 or 8 guys that they just want to take to the main roster.
Yeah.
But personally, I would have them go through NXT just so they can get used to the style.
Yeah, because I mean, look what nothing against Penta or anything. I love him to death, but some of those stuff that he's getting people to do on the show. I mean, we talked about it just a couple of seconds ago that Chad Gable almost died.
Hey man, if he's like the second coming of Kurt Angle, broken freaking neck, dog. He'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
And to end this debate once and for all, Chad Gable is not El Grande Americano.
Thank you, Gina.
Yes, he is.
Jesus, Trey.
No, he's not, dude. That was a mishap. That was a mishap with merch, man.
Nope.
See,
the mask straight up says Chad Gable mask.
Dude,
it says made in America.
They're doing that. They're doing that because they want to like sell. They want to play into it. You got to play into it, man. Dude, it's Rey Mysterio Jr. is who it is, dude. They cover up his tattoos, and
I think it's been Goldberg this whole time getting back in shape.
Oh my god.
No, I'll take the 2 people that I can tell you who I think it is It's either Alex, right? That's Wonder Kid, or it's Disco Inferno.
Oh my god, I'm through with you.
Or it could be
Disco has been on the shelf for a minute.
yeah. Who's the other guy? I just had his name and I just blanked out for a second there.
Hacksaw.
Okay, look, it's really Shelton Benjamin. All right,
it's
there, I said
the
it.
Boogeyman.
Just
Oh, the Boogeyman.
Oh,
Oh my goodness,
that would
It
be
could
fun.
be.
you'll all see
That
his
would-
real for World Slide. It's Titus.
What,
Oh, it
Dave?
could be Titus O'Neil.
You know what would be funny though, is if they just got like other wrestlers doing that, like the Boogeyman. They put him in the outfit, and he goes in as Grande Americano.
That would be
Just
great.
like you'll never be able to tell me that Mr. America and Hulk Hogan were the same person. They weren't. They're two different people.
Yeah. So was Thunder Lips was a different person too, right?
Thunder Lips, sir. That was a movie, sir. That was a movie. All right, so we're talking about the real world.
The
No,
real
that was
world.
No, that was the Miz. You're right.
Yes, that's so funny.
But yeah,
Dude.
right now wrestling it's kind of picking up again. We're just gonna have to see what happens.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it was going down for a little bit.
Kind of was.
The
It was
majority,
like-
the majority of the champs are heels right now.
You're not wrong.
Everybody's a heel right now, except for what the SmackDown,
Not-
the women's tag team,
Oh yeah.
and Jacob Fatu's a face.
Jacob
dude, everybody
Fatu's a
else.
tweener, man. He's more face, or he's getting to more face, but he's a tweener, man.
Everybody else is a heel. I mean,
What do you think about AJ Styles getting the Intercontinental belt?
I think it would be awesome.
That would be a great run right there.
Yeah.
It
Um,
needs to happen. Don't get me wrong, Dom, perfect on the mic, awesome in-ring skills.
I just think AJ looks like he's supposed to have a belt on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I still watched. I watched that Undertaker versus AJ Styles in the graveyard.
That was a great storyline, dude. It was a
It-
great storyline. It was great writing.
The,
I like
it was what is it? The cinema. God.
Cinematography.
There you go. Thank you. Beautifully done.
Got you, Bubba.
And how they called each other out by shoot names. Oh, dude, even better. AJ Styles or Alan Jones. Like, oh, we're doing this.
Oh, we're not using our superhero names anymore.
Like, oh, Doctor Strange. Oh, we're not. Oh,
I still wish Taker would have had a live match for his last match. The cinematic thing was kind of gay for a last match, but only in that aspect.
Yeah.
I that should have been his last match. You're correct. I really wish though we would have got the Sting versus Taker.
God, that would have been good.
The
Sting
Phenom.
versus, and I'm not talking about Surfer Sting. I'm talking about right in his prime, not Joker
Yeah.
Sting.
Crow
Right in his
Sting.
prime, Crow Sting versus American Badass.
Sting versus Black and White NWO. That Sting.
He wasn't. I thought he was just in the red and white.
No, I said Sting
Sting-
versus the Black and White.
Oh, okay.
When Sting was in the rafters and
Oh yeah. Okay.
didn't talk
And
for
instead of
2
a
years.
Crow, he has Vulture on his arm.
Yep.
He's
What
always
up, Ryan?
That was
Ryan's
badass,
always
dude.
late to the party.
Wolfpack Sting was a great Sting, but
Yeah, it was the only reason why I watched WCW.
Crow Sting versus American Badass 2003, a Taker.
Yeah. That'd be
That
awesome.
match, money.
You see those two throwing fucking stinger splashes at each other.
Fucking, that would have been great, man. And there's so many matches we never got. It sucks, man.
Yeah.
Was introduced
Right.
Hell
to
yeah,
Sting
Brian.
in WCW '98. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I remember Sting with that blonde rat tail, with that blonde flat top, the surfer Sting with the
Yep. He
blue
always
and
had like
white.
always had the iridescent trunks on with he had long trunks with
Hell.
the iridescent scorpion on the side.
Actually, if I remember correctly, I actually got introduced to Sting. Ooh, and when he was a Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
I saw him when
It was
they were
him.
Blade Runners.
It was him and the Ultimate Warrior.
Yep.
Oh, that's another thing. Talking about movies and everything. Cody Rhodes is in Naked Gun.
Wait, Cody Rhodes in the new Naked Gun movie?
Yeah, he's got a cameo part.
Oh,
He's like a
dude,
bartender or something like that.
I came across this fucking shitty B-side movie, but it's all these old school wrestlers in it, dude. It's called The Unbreakables, The Unbreakable Bunch, and it's got Glacier, Haku, Larry
Oh, wow.
Zbyszko. It was on Roku, dude. It. I had to watch it, or I had to watch part of it.
I had to watch it.
It's awful.
It was great. It was so shitty. It was great.
I'm curious.
Dude, have y'all seen Tires on Netflix?
I'm probably gonna watch it this weekend.
Well, do you never watch season 1?
Yeah, I watched season 1.
Of what?
Okay, yeah. Tires with the comedian Shane Gillis.
Mm-hmm. And his
Dude. And
that
his
whole-
his little crew, dude. It is fucking hilarious. Like, season 1's only 6 episodes. Season 2's 12 episodes. Dude, like it's right up your alley for as far as humor and shit, Chino. You'll fucking love it. Dude, wait
I
till
have
you
to watch it. Can't watch
Dave,
it
I'm
with
gonna
Candy, though, man, because Candy gets all like I'll be here and I'll be watching like Kill Tony, and she's all, "Why even watch that shit? All they do is talk shit and roast people, and then, oh wait, that is up your alley.
Yeah.
That is up your alley."
That's the whole premise of the show.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently it was a 2024 movie made direct-to-TV movie. But yeah.
The Unbreakable Bunch.
Yeah.
That
That
was
is-
made in
it's-
2024.
Yeah,
Right.
dude, it is.
So those
great.
dudes were even older then.
Yeah, it's a 2024 movie.
Unbreakable. Yeah, check out their fucking hips and tell me they're unbreakable.
You can stream it on the Roku
Hey
channel.
man,
Hey, they're
The-
titanium. They've been paid for.
the Tongan King Haku's in that bitch,
Yeah.
Uh,
and he's not trying to rip out any cop's eyeballs. So
I mean, that's a good thing. Did you see the clip where Nate Diaz said that he was supposed to play Conor McGregor's part in the new Roadhouse?
no.
Yeah.
But he said, all right, well, who's playing who's the guy I'm gonna beat up or whatever, and they told him it was Jake Gyllenhaal, and he was like, nah, man, I ain't doing that movie. I ain't losing to no Brokeback Mountain dude, bruh.
Yeah.
That sounds about that. Yeah, that sounds some shit that Nate Diaz would say, man.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I'm gonna have to look for that. I'm gonna look it up as soon as we get off this bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
I ain't losing to no Brokeback Mountain bitch, man.
oh man.
Then you just hear the bubbles. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Dude, fucking Nate Diaz is something else, man. That motherfucker's out of control.
Dude, he's great.
What do you think about the fight for fanfare or fanatic fans? Because they're supposed to have a fight on Sunday at like 1 p.m.
What fight are we talking about?
Sunday.
Who's fighting?
It keeps on coming on for the WWE on WWE.
Fights on Sunday?
No, it's not. It's not a wrestling match. It's a boxing match. God, I can't.
Oh,
find
don't.
Boxing match.
I got no interest
No, there's
in any
not
of
a
these
boxing match.
guys.
It's a press conference.
what?
Are you
You're
talking
not
about? Are you
talking
talking about? Are you talking about Canelo versus Crawford?
Yes.
Okay, no, dude, that's the press conference.
Really?
That's gonna be a fucking fight right there. Like that's gonna be a fight.
I need to get back into contact sports, watching it again. I can't.
Yeah, Canelo's next fight against Crawford is not till September 13th.
Yeah,
No.
and that, like I said, that's gonna be a fight. Like
Yeah. That's why I was like, what fight are you talking about this weekend?
think of
Yeah.
from back in the day, like was a top fight that everyone had to watch. Think of like Sugar Shane Mosley versus Roy Jones Jr.
Okay.
That's the type of fight this is gonna be. This is like
Did you watch that fight?
which one?
Sugar Shane and Roy Jones
Yes.
Jr. I did too.
Yeah. It's a good fight.
God, we're
It was
old.
a great fight.
Dude, I still remember talking the next day about that short Tyson fight. It was only like a minute and 30 seconds.
Oh, I don't remember. I was at my grandpa's
Which
house
one?
sitting on the
Wait,
floor
was
watching
it
that
against
fight.
that big white dude?
I think so, yeah.
It was like the fight right when he got out of prison, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And the thing about it, that he was running his mouth, and the whole time when they're face to face, Tyson's just like this,
Yeah. It was
just
scary.
mad dogging the fuck out of him, dude. In the first round, bam, 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 done, son, done.
Yeah, we were pissed off because we all saved up our money and everything to watch the pay-per-view. I mean, the other fights were great. And then we got to the Tyson fight. We're like, yeah. Did you?
Oh, there's people that
Nah,
were
dude, he
pissed
beat
because
the-
they went to the bathroom and
the-
missed it.
Yes.
He beat the bricks off that motherfucker. Like and like I said, Tyson, like I said, just no lavish nothing. Came out in a script and just like this the whole time.
I
I was
don't
like,
know.
oh, dude, Tyson's gonna fucking murder him.
I don't know how Logan Paul lived from that.
He was
one.
doing like the boxing version of the Vanderlei Silva head shake. Like it's the most intimidating thing in boxing.
Just like
I don't
like,
even care.
damn,
Like
like-
to this day, if Vanderlei Silva was standing across from you going, you're like, oh, I'm about to fucking die to death. This is
I'm
not
like, I'll-
good,
I'm
and I'm not supposed to be here right now.
like I'm gonna try not to get my dick knocked in the dirt in the first round. Probably not gonna happen, but
I just fall. I just go down on the ground. I don't care.
I'm pulling guard.
Yeah. Like, this is going to be safer. Either that or I go in the corner and just beat the shit out of myself. And I just
I'm
keep
not liking this.
done yet? Am
I'll
I
just-
done yet?
I'll just-
No? Okay.
I'll just pull an R-Truth versus Big Show.
All right, that's almost an hour, guys. I'm good if y'all want to end it on this one.
Yeah,
Trey,
I'm good with it.
Trey, get us out of here.
All right, dingalings, we appreciate it. Have a great week. Signing off for the Ding 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 podcast. We got myself, Trainwreck Trey.
Mad Cat Dave.
And the badass fat ass Chino Reyes.
Y'all have a great week. Thanks.